Hi, my name is Ray Eves, and this is just another one of the series of videos on Black history, true history. This one's entitled, What? Nubians Eating Rat Meat? That's just downright stink. The swine is commonly referred to as an earth pig. Its origin is said to be unknown. There is no mystery as to the origin of this animal, for the ancient Tama-Reans, Egyptians, knew that this animal is the mutation that occurred during the crossbreeding of the dat, a dog and a cat, and the rat. The pig was cloned through genetic splicing for a specific purpose. Their crossbreeding is the result of three animals: the rat, the cat, and the dog. During the time of Abraham, Genesis 11:7, there was a group of beast-like savages called behemoths, living like animals up in the Caucasus Mountains inside caves. These people came about as a result of the curse placed on Canaan, the son of Halim and Ham. Genesis 9:25. There were many diseases in the original land of Canaan, Haran, for they had filled the land with leprosy. Abraham was assigned the task of cleaning up this house. After Abraham built the altar west of Bethel and east of Hai, he journeyed towards the south country. Genesis 12:9 tells you Negeb, meaning dry, is the south country. Abraham's mission was to clean up the Caucasus Mountains and surrounding area where the cursed leprous seed of Canaan resided. Abraham went to Tama-Re, Egypt, to the Great Pyramid of Giza. Abraham left his wife with the Pharaoh Khufu, who was ruling at the time in Tama-Re. When Abraham could not find means to clean up the dead carcasses of the people of the Caucasus Mountains and all the leprosy, he went to a deeper part of Tama-Re. Abraham was taken to I-M-Hotep, who sent Hagar to him as a gift, because Zoser would not give Abraham the information on the pig unless he took Hagar as his wife. This was so that the formula would stay within the family by bloodline. I-M-Hotep, son of Ta and Re-Du-Ach, took Abraham to Zoser, the master healer, to find a way to heal and cure the disease of the cursed leprosy. Abraham was taken to I-M-Hotep by Hagar, I-M-Hotep's daughter, a Tama-Rean who knew of Abraham's reason for being in Tama-Re, Egypt. I-M-Hotep was known as Abd el-Hamid and the ninth elder, Uphiel. He was the first official in Zoser's court. Zoser is also known as Abd el-Quddus, meaning the servant of the Holy One. He was a high priest after the order of Malachi Zodoq. After his initiation into the order of Malachi Zodoq, he became known as Nitir Kehti, meaning the creator in the flesh. Zoser was a pharaoh in the 3rd dynasty of Tama-Re. I-M-Hotep, under the guidance of Zoser, acquired the knowledge needed to calculate the precise dimensions for construction of what was thought to be the first pyramid. Elohim Anunnaki give him the science of how to build the step pyramid of Saqqara. This may be the oldest building on earth. Zoser's pyramid was never intended to be a burial place, but instead was intended and used for a temple of initiation into the deeper sciences of mystics. Zoser himself was a hierophant priest of this temple. He was the author of alchemy, also called Hermetic sciences. In Haran, all the way back to the Caucasus Mountains and its surrounding areas, lived the unclean lepers. These unclean lepers of an animalistic nature walked on all fours, ate raw flesh, and were covered with raw sores. They were literally half animal and half man, since they practiced bestiality. This is why lepers and the seed of Libana, Canaan, are called ape men, or men of the caves, whose characteristics range from dark hair and dark eyes to albinos, who lack eye color and hair color, and who are considered in most cases to be mulattoes. These lepers would have made any man or animal run, for they were abominable. The abominable snowman is only a missing link to his story, meaning, or called my story, or mystery. There were many dead carcasses in the Caucasus Mountains, and many being born with leprosy, which in itself is a rotting process, as in the popular AMC series The Walking Dead. These lepers also spread diseases, which caused mass famine. There were so many dead bodies on the ground that Abraham could not find a clear passage up through or to the Caucasus Mountains. Also, if he was to come upon a pack of these cannibals, these Canaanites, he would have surely been a main course, a main meal. Now Zoser had to come up with something that was just as nasty as these creatures. It must be so filthy as to develop an immunization so as not to be infected by the spreading of the disease. This thing had to have enough smarts or finesse to avoid being literally gobbled up by these savage lepers. It had to be dumb enough not to be afraid of the most grotesque of things. The dog was the first animal chosen because it possesses a disagreeable nature. The dog is the animal these Euro-Americans love so much. This is why, when their language was established, they took the name dog and reversed its spelling to read God. So they took the dog and worshipped it. This is the blasphemy that they tried to replace the Most High El Elyon's name with. The dog was also chosen because it is so dumb that if you told it to fetch a stick and threw that stick over the side of a bridge, the dog will go fetch it. The established language that these people were destined to speak was to be German. English is a German language, which is a branch of the Indo-European language family. The word English is a grafted word. It is a combination of the word Anglo, which were Germanic people, and the word Ish, meaning belonging to. That means that English belongs to the Germans. Germ man, man with the disease, or who carries the germs. The Angles are the Germanic people who, together with the Saxons and the Jutes, invaded the island of Britain in the 5th century from Schleswig-Holstein. These Angles or Anglo people were blonde-haired, tall, blonde-haired and blue-eyed. The second animal was the rat. The species of rat is called, this species of rat is called Rodentia. It had to be this rodent because it eats anything, including all manner of filth except metal. The rat is nothing but a big disease, immune to disease by his own filth. This animal vowed to plague humanity because of this act. The third animal to be chosen would have to be clean by nature and have wisdom. This was the cat. The cat, because of its wisdom, overstood the operation. So she vowed to protect the seed of Adam from the rat. The cat is so smart that because of its finesse, it acquired the name finicky. Even though these were three different animals whose mating and breeding habits differed, combining them was accomplished by the breeding process called genetic engineering and selective breeding. Zoser used the process of fusion. Fusion is the act of melting the abnormal, bringing together the adjacent parts of bodies. The sperm of the mammalian creatures were brought together. However, this is a delicate process which requires much control and conditioning. And for the makeup Zoser wanted, special breeding was also required. When the process was finished, Abraham took a herd of the swine up into the mountains to exterminate the filth, dead carcasses, and rotting flesh, walking dead. Only then could the Caucasians be brought out of the mountains, which were situated between the Black and the Caspian Sea, to be treated for this disease and to be civilized. The swine was designed to be a scavenger, to eat filth and abomination. But when this or they had done this work, their job, it was not designed that men should turn around and eat the swine. Abraham brought specimens of lepers called souls down from the mountain of Haran, which is called the original land of Canaan. He brought them to the caves, which is called the new land of Canaan in Israel. This was done in order for him to learn more about their diseases and how to control them. The land of Canaan at this time was stricken with famine. This caused Abraham and his family to move out of the land of Canaan into Egypt with the raw, flesh-eating lepers walking dead. While in Egypt, Abraham went to find a cure for the curse of leprosy. Abraham was keeping the lepers in cages. He stayed in Egypt long enough to have them examined by the elders or high priests. He did this so that they could find out how to begin the job that Yahuwah had sent him Abraham to do. Abraham, however, had to civilize them and teach them the truth. The Europeans of today are a result of these uncivilized lepers. This is the reason the Yiddish-speaking Germans today, called Jews, refer to Abraham as their father. Abraham taught them how to walk upright and eat with utensils. This is so that they wouldn't contaminate their food with their diseased hands. This ends today's video. We hope you learned some truth that has been hidden for many years from this video. We urge you to share this video and to subscribe to the only channel where you will learn true ancient Egyptian mysteries. No more lies, no more guesswork. So share, subscribe, click on the like button below. See you at the next video.